1.37 trillion naira allocated to capital expenditure in the 2021 appropriation bill, representing 32% of the budget, may have been one of the highest in recent times. Yet it's a far cry from the estimated $100 billion required annually by the country to fix its infrastructure deficit. And while the government explores other avenues to fund the myriad of projects on the ground, our correspondent Chris Elems assesses how it's fared in actualizing some of those objectives in 2021. And Chris Elems joins us now. Hey, Chris, good to see you.
Yeah, good evening to you.
So you've been keeping an eye on infrastructure development. What were the high points?
Oh, okay. First of all, I think the government did so much in terms of opening up funding. You know, for a very long time, we depended on budgetary allocation, which was a far cry from what we needed, $100 billion annually, and we needed that for 30 years to be able to fix the infrastructural deficit. And so the government opened up funding, and I think that was the highlight, because now we are no longer dependent on just budgetary allocation. There are now private partners joining in fixing infrastructure development.
All right, and I think you have a report on that.
Yes, this report captures the efforts of the government to actually tackle infrastructural deficits. Moving goods, people, connecting villages and towns, facilitating trades and stimulating the economy depend on effective and efficient infrastructure such as roads, rails, seaports, power and ICT. In 2019, Nigeria ranked 116 out of 140 countries rated on global competitiveness by World Economic Forum, using infrastructure as one of the major yardsticks. The country's reliance on budgetary allocation to fix and upgrade road infrastructure for a long time soon turned them into death traps. A concrete resolve to change the narrative has been demonstrated by the present administration with the signing of Executive Order 7, which has informed the right policy framework and created enough space for public-private partnership in infrastructure development, such as the tax credit scheme. Evidence are the ongoing construction of 32-kilometer Papa Oshodi Iyano Woro Expressway. The launch of Ifraco PLC with debt and equity take-off capital of 15 trillion naira, the Presidential Infrastructure Development Fund, which is financing 3 major projects, including the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, Second Niger Bridge, and Abuja-Kaduna-Zaria-Kano Road, are a few more measurable steps being taken by the government.
Right now, we are on Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. Funding was never an issue throughout the outgoing year, and basically, we've been able to achieve more. All things being equal, we should be able to deliver this road in 2022.
With 200 billion naira released in 2021, the Sukuk Bond is funding 44 roads projects across the country. A further 21 roads are set to get attention, including the Oyo-Ogbomosho Road, Lagos-Badagry Express, through the over 600 billion naira NNPC tax credit scheme. The rail sector has also witnessed improved activities in recent times, with the commissioned 327-kilometer Warri-Takpe standard gauge line, 156-kilometer Lagos-Ibadan network, 186-kilometer Abuja-Kaduna channel, as well as the revamped monorails across the country.
I think this is something that should be continued, and we should rev it up, particularly in light of the Africa Continental Free Trade Area that has opened up.
While infrastructure upgrade continues at both the federal and state level, the share weight of housing deficit estimated at about 20 million stares us in the face.
As part of measures to address this challenge, the federal government, through its National Housing Program, is undertaking the construction of 5,606 housing units in 45 sites across 35 states, of which 2,301 have been completed. However, some infrastructure experts think the federal government has better role to play.
If you have to buy land from the state or acquire through the state, why don't you enable the state to use its land, create more houses for its own people?
Port operations are still concentrated in Lagos, leaving the city at the mercy of truck drivers
who in turn blame security operatives for the gridlock often experienced on the roads. With the approval of Lekki, Ibom, Bonny and Warri Deep Sea ports, among other measures to revamp the eastern ports, stakeholders are hopeful this would address their plight, which has led to over 1,500% increase in cargo handling charges, shipment and trucking. With various states in the country keen into the massive infrastructure development drive, Nigerians may have to look forward to better days ahead.
All right, so looking at all the projects you've highlighted, what's the outlook for 2022, Chris, quickly?
Well, the beauty of it all is that by 2022, the second Niger Bridge would have been completed, and of course the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway also would have been completed. And there is a 600 billion naira tax credit scheme of the NNPC that will be fixing 21 roads. So there will be a lot of work, massive work ongoing on the roads across the country.
All right, our correspondent Chris Elems crunching the figures on infrastructure for us. Thanks a lot, Chris.
Thank you.